busting out an old one, but a good one. I decided to revisit The Taint for the first time in years tonight. This is a Troma release. Basically, somebody poisons the water supply with a chemical or a medicine that is supposed to give men giant penises. The end result is it totally overkicks the testosterone, causing them to not only have large members, but go on killing sprees trying to kill every woman they come across. So, yes, if you've never seen this, I highly recommend you checking it out. There's the side of it here. I was under the impression that this thing was out of print, but when doing this review, I did look on eBay to double check, and apparently it's still there for affordable prices. The DVD version, however, seems to be very expensive. This is, of course, directed by Dan Nelson and Drew Baldock. They both also edited it, and Drew wrote it. Don't know whatever happened to Drew. I always thought when I saw this that this was going to be like the start of like another real big cult director. I think he did something called Space Camp or something like that, or it was like there was a space movie and then there was like Chess Club or something. I don't know. He did 2 other movies, but I don't think they went anywhere near as good as this movie did. Now, this movie is basically, it starts off, with our lead character played by the director there, Drew Bullock. I'm pretty sure that's who it is. That is, that's playing that character. And he's kind of like in the middle of this rampage. He hasn't drunk the water, so he's not tainted. And he meets this girl who's in the process of killing people. And then the movie, which is very short, in the process of killing the men, I should say. And the movie, which is very short, is like mostly a montage of flashbacks between what characters we do have and what they did prior to this happening. So you get a bunch of backstory for basically everybody you run across. It's all over the place. It's outlandish. It's very Troma, which, I mean, this is why Troma put it out. They didn't produce it or nothing, I don't believe, but they did put it out. And if you like Troma, if you like horror comedies that are full of blood and with no budget, you're going to love this. I love this. I give it a 4 out of 5. I absolutely love this movie. When it first started, I remember thinking, did I really like it this much back in the day? But it didn't take long for me to realize, oh yeah, I did like it this much back in the day. It also has one of the best soundtracks that you're ever going to find here for an independent film. I'll show you the inside of this, and we'll see exactly how much cartoon penises I can get away with showing on YouTube. But there is your DVD disc. There is your Blu-ray disc. Now, funny thing about this is I check on the old 4K player every now and then, and I'm like, let's just see what the source is here. Which obviously with a Blu-ray, you would expect, there you go, that's pretty cool. You would expect it to be a 1080p output, but when I was watching it and I clicked the little button to tell me what it was, it told me that this disc is actually a 720p output, which I found to be rather strange. When Troma did that before with the Toxic Avenger 2, I remember they had a recall, and I do not recall a recall on this. So, not sure if that is the standard on this. Not sure if this is a defective disc in some way. Not sure if they did a recall on it. But the disc says it's a 720p instead of a 1080p. But hey, it's a good movie nonetheless. And I don't have a second copy to double check. Director commentary, cast commentary, deleted scenes, behind the scenes. It's fun commentaries. I actually listen to commentary on these. That's fun stuff. I think the movie overall is just a fun experience. It's fun to watch. I don't know why people kind of stopped talking about this, because at the time it came out, it was very politically incorrect. If you're into like canceling people over like, very bad taste in jokes and stuff, you might not want to watch this. But if you don't mind that sort of stuff, and it's Troma, so you should know what you're getting into watching it, you need to see this if you have not seen this. I don't know why we're not talking more about it now. I don't know why these guys didn't get back together and make something else. I mean, I know money's an issue, but they didn't let it get in the way of this. And I would love to see more of this. Hell, I'd love to see a Taint too. It's been long enough. So, yeah, one of my favorite modern Troma releases. Probably my favorite behind Father's Day, which I actually give a 5 out of 5. So maybe one day we'll cover that again on here too. But yeah, funny, dark, outlandish, and maybe overrated a little bit for me, but still I love it. So yeah, that's the Taint. If you can find a copy, go get it. Like I said, the Blu-rays are on eBay and they're not that high. I did hear at one time it was pretty outrageous, so maybe you want to get one while you can.